Good morning. What you got going on?
I'm making triple batch of biscuits and a triple batch of oatmeal cookies and apple little pies.
Apple pies. Whose idea was that?
The first time it was mine.
Oh,
or hers. Yours.
Mine.
Yours.
Mine.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm making more for you.
So, it is cloudy out. Hello, Midnight. You want to come back in? Smokey goes out. Midnight, you coming in? Well, let me slip my shoes on here. We got the wood stove going. It's nice and hot. Keep my coffee warm. You gonna go out, Shadow? All right, let's take a walk. Let's go out here. Oh my goodness. It is. What is today? Tuesday, I think. Tuesday? God, I can't keep up with the days. We started early on the generator. You can hear it running there. Yesterday was a big day. A good day. We got some new logs over there. So on my other channel, Heritage Homestead Creations, I'll leave a link in the description, but we took down one massive cedar. Oh yeah, and that was fun. Very fun. So I'm gonna do the rounds. Let's see. Take you with me this morning. Let's do the birds first here. We'll go over here and feed these guys. Hello, birdies. Woo, that's bright. What do you think, birdies? All right, let's get some food for you. Yeah, I figured I'd bring you guys along. It's going to be a different than normal day. T's going to go. Not that you can see that. T's going to go bake today because it's raining. We got rain for a couple of days. There is some pretty good snow to the north of it. Massive boundary line. Ooh, I guess I spilled it a little bit. Did you want some of that? You want to come back over here and get them? Come on. Nope, we're going to go outside. She says, yeah, I'm going to come over here and get it. All right. Smokey, what you doing, buddy? You going to come with me? You going to come with me today? Let's lock this up. So, interesting in the events and stuff that's going on in this world. So beautiful and quiet out here. Let's go in here and feed these guys. All right, so again, we've gone through predictions and put some of you down in there. Predictions. Normally I add water, but I'm not going to video this and add water at the same time. Hard to do. And, well, some of y'all remember. Let's put some over here. We got all the leaves raked up in here. And burned up there and there. Can you see the size of that log? Oh my God, I can't wait to get it on the mill. No, I can't. And need to get my stir stick. And there's, you can remember the videos. Oh, most of the damage will be done in October and November. And we got into October. Well, most of the damage to the dollar will be done in November. Well, we got through November. And y'all ready to come out? Hard-headed dude. Yeah. Come on out. And November went. Then the word was, oh yeah, the 21st, and there were several individuals. The 21st, through the, all has to fall and fall. Y'all remember that. All has to fall and fall. Well, we've gone into winter. Not directly, but nothing fell in fall. except for that cedar over there. And now that's actually wintertime, technically. By the book, it's wintertime. Let's go take a walk down here. So, oh, it's 25th through the 28th. How did that get left open? That's not supposed to be open. We were putting up wood because we do have some cold coming in here. And we cleaned up a bunch of our slats and stuff and got it piled in here to get ready for that. Had some soil work done. And I don't know, I know you can see it. See all those white speckly things? That is sulfur. And there's also some black and some lime and stuff. So had some soil tests done. Oops, hit my elbow there. And we tested it, and I did samples here and here, and then here and back there, and then down here and then down there. Had some soil tests done, and I'm not fully read up on the whole test. Maybe I'll show you some of the PDFs of it. Bees are snoozing. Show you the PDFs of it. Insert them in here somewhere of what the soil looks like. Hello, Midnight. And dog barking up there. And come back and said it was deficient in sulfur and some other stuff. But you know me, all right, so we put in the applications here, and more up here in that section and those sections of the blooming minerals. So it looked like it come back okay on the minerals. The more we work it, the better it gets. I put some manure in up on here from down where the pigs were piling it up. And so we did some serious soil amendment. We're supposed to get rain. And right now, there's like a line of storms to the northwest of us. Hopefully we get it. So this is supposed to wash in and should pick up the sulfur content. And I've been throwing ash down here. But anyway, we did that here. And we got that cleaned up, that paddock, because we got the 2 piglets coming soon. And I've got a lot of the work done in the paddock, cleaning up the leaves and burning it over top of where the ground is bare, putting some ash on it, and then I've seeded that with a whole lot of wheat seed, grass seed, clover, put a lot of kale seed in it. Well, this is interesting. I was going to bring it down here to show you the cards and the deer, and looks like the birds have been in it, but it does not look like the deer have been. Midnight likes to come down here and hunt the birds that come in. So I've started mixing in some wild bird seed with the corn so that there would be, so the birds would come in here and eat instead of trying to eat where I seeded out here. Because last year I seeded it real good and the birds come in here and wiped it all out. So lots of things we're doing here to prepare for the new growing season, prepare for the pigs and the new pigs coming in, and fix this paddock. I still got all those holes up there I got to fill. But does not look like the deer got down there. And here, the corn is all here. So I'm not going to get the cards. Weird. Now, our back neighbors were back here hunting, and they were doing some squirrel hunting yesterday. And that might have been Yeah, see, there's wheat and millet and that's got to be a squirrel. I tell you what, when we first got here, there was like one squirrel that we'd see up here in this front area, and then one back here in this back area, and then one down there. Now we got 5, 6 of them in every location. There's 4 or 5 that are up here, about 4 or 5 or 6 down here. Then go down that path down there. There's 4 or 5 down here, and then 4 or 5. I mean, they're prolific. Anybody like squirrel? So here we are. So today's Tuesday, I think. Wednesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday because we got rain Tuesday and Wednesday, and interesting thoughts about. We finally cleaned up this. I want to get the oven, the brick oven built so bad, and so it's just going to take time and currency units. But a lot of the predictions for the demise of the dollar have not occurred yet. Matter of fact, over this period of time where everybody's saying it was supposed to go down and the boom was supposed to go up, and of the metals and this and that, you can see, put some sulfur in. You kind of see it. Might need to go a little heavier over here. And nothing. Hey, there's Smokey and Mittens. Now, Smokey, you gotta leave Mittens alone because Mittens is fixed. We gotta get him fixed. He took a walkabout up the road and disappeared for a night. He's been going up there and heading. There's about a mile. Like I said, we don't have a power pole for a mile. We're way the heck away from anything considered civilization. And he took a hike, and you look at his back here. You see his back here. Look over here. Look at my hand. There you go. Look at that gouge. He got his ass whipped. Yes, you did. And he was gone the whole night. T and I didn't sleep because we were worried about him, because this is my snuggle buddy. He snuggles right up with us all night long. And I did not see him. And he come in the next morning, and he just looked devastated. So, I mean, T picked him up, and as soon as she picked him up, he literally almost fell asleep in her arms. He was so exhausted. So I think either another bully tomcat or possibly a bobcat or something got a hold of him, and he probably spent the night up in a tree somewhere. And it was cold that night. I mean, it was cold. All right, so a little bit bug eating in the bottom here. And I'm hoping that doesn't go too much further than up into about here. It still leaves me. It is almost 30 inches across here. 28 inches. Oh, I can't wait to get this on the mill. Yeah, but this end is clean. Look at the sap that rolled out of that. Anyway, we did a little milling of one log yesterday, or day before yesterday. We took one of the little oak logs that I had in the yard and made a few boards of it. And we're getting ready to do these. This one log we're going to produce as much board foot is probably 5 or 6 of these because of the amount of outside bark that you got to get off of these just to get down into a 4 inch by 4 inch core, whereas I'll have a huge core. So, back to my thought. The predictions of the dollar demise have not happened, which is a little disappointing because I'm about ready for it. Really sick and tired of seeing, oh, you're going to mark it, huh? Yeah, you just mark it. sick and tired of little boys. The free money world. Y'all, some of y'all will understand this. Some of y'all still like that free money and not having to do anything for it. But most of you understand what it means to have to work for things instead of just here's some currency units. Go do this for me. This and this are going to go in that cabin, and that cabin as all of this too as our trim work and shelving. We're going to make a lot of shelving out of that, a lot of window trim, window sills, casing the windows and the doors, and everything. We're going to trim out everything in that cedar, and it's going to look good and smell good and help keep the bugs out. And that's what we're willing to do to work for my castle and our Garden of Eden. Anyway, point is this. The game keeps on, and some of you will recall a video done by Mr. Mike Maloney, sometime, probably about a year ago. He pulled up a chart of the 1970s bull market of the precious metals. And then he looked at it in comparison to the the 2000s bull market that we've been running through since beginning to now. And when he did a scale conversion of the run from 2000 to now, and then overlaid it onto the 1970s, what he found was a 2.5 to 1 multiplier. So everything that happened in the charts where it went up to what it was 75, 76, and then it came down for a year. It went up to 200 on gold and down to $100 before it went up to 800. Everything on it was correlating really, really accurately similar in it. And if you saw the chart, where we would fit in on the chart, it would look like we still had a ways to go before we started this massive run up. And if that correlation, which is really mittens, really close correlation, just using the multiplier, the 2.5 to 1 multiplier, would say that the metals don't move for another year to 2 years before they really start to move higher, because it would still have a bit of a climb to go, that there isn't no sudden spike straight up, which unfortunately means this game of BS and lies and free money and crap continue to go on. And if that's the case, and we don't have this, how should I say, let's go take a walk down here. Oh shit moment, an oh shit moment, where justice comes in and truths are revealed, and the 17th letter BS. And of course, most of you are already fully in the same way of thinking that I am, that CIA, deep state game was played to pacify the patriots, to shut them up and sit them down. And it worked. So, yeah, we've been working to clean this up. Still got to deal with them holes. But we got most of this done. Still got to put some dirt down here and there and over in here to fill in the holes. Hopefully these new piglets will just graze on the green grass. Those little coon guinea hog crosses won't tear the ground up. So, thinking about it, it's an uncomfortable thought that this thing keeps going and going and going, and that the corruption keeps getting worse and worse and worse because the dollar keeps being propped up and whatnot. But we've gone through, oh, it's happening in April and May. No, it didn't happen. Oh, it's going to be right at June, and then da-da-da. And I've seen so many from a lot of people in the precious metals world too, all expecting this thing to explode. And we have a massive cup and handle in silver. I mean, it should. I mean, that's the biggest explosion chart formation that you can have, is to have that cup and handle, and then it, that's very powerful. But don't know the day or the hour. All you can do is get out here and work your butt off to make sure everything is going to take care of you out here on this ground. We're getting back up there on the cryptos. I think I saw silver, or not, excuse me, a Bitcoin at back over 50,000. I did a call back I did a video back, I think it was in April, because I got this kind of strange call from somebody who I didn't know. Don't know how they got my number. Or no, I think I know the guy. I can't remember. God, it's been in April and so much has happened since then. Anyway, I remember this. I was told that you better, take advantage. This is when Bitcoin went up to 64,000, and they said, well, there's going to be a crash coming. Well, it did. It went from 64 back down into the low 40s. I think it even made it to high 30s. But so I've had a few conversations with some folks. I've got some new folks that I'm going to be meeting here soon, first of the year, and not to belittle their journeys, because it might sound like that, but when I've told you 2 years ago, I told all of you 2 years ago, I think it was January, it was before they took my other channel down, I said this event that was coming after the event 201 and everything that has happened. Got you spooked. That's midnight down there. He's shooting through the woods like a bullet. I said, this is time. This is your GTFO moment. And I told you back in, and it was in January, February of 2020. I said, you need to consider yourself having about a 6 months warning, and within about 6 months you want to be set and working where you're at and get everything you need by then. I said, this is the warning sign, your GTFO moment. And well, I feel pretty well vindicated from that call over these last 2 years. Let's look at where we're at. Precious metals have not moved significantly. And I mean, they really haven't. And when the cryptos moved, if you had the smarts to, go buy a helicopter with it, some of you will understand that meaning. A lot of you that had cryptos and stuff could have been positioning yourself, because it takes time. This whole deal that we've got here has taken T and I, it's now almost 3 years. And as of As of, wait a second, today's the 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st. Yeah, today would be the 28th, if I'm thinking right. Would be exactly 3 years since the day we closed on this property. We didn't start clearing trees up here until I think it was a week or two into January. But officially, as of today, it's 3 years. Ha! 3-year anniversary. How do you like them apples, Shadow? But, you know, it takes time to get set up. And when I told you folks that making yourself on a piece of property like this where you're sustainable and you can produce your own food and you can live off grid with primarily solar, you know, generator backup, to take away counterparty risk. Look at where we are at in this world right now. 2 years, about 2 years since that event. And I'm surprised, I'm absolutely surprised we've had this much time. I really am. Let's go back up here for a moment. I got to set up a rig here where a platform so I can start stacking all this lumber. So I got to build something here to where I can put all that on and it stays good and level and flat. Anyway, there's just my thoughts this morning. A little bit of walk and talk chat. You look at where we're at. Supply chains have significantly degraded even still. I'm still expecting more supply chain degradation. Well, if that's midnight, that must have been smoky. Yeah, it must have been smoky. Midnight's coming from over here. What you doing, buddy? Did you find you a bird to catch? He's not much of a talker until it's time to feed him, and then he won't shut up. Anyway, folks, I guess the point is this. As much as many of us want this game to end, you know, for the benefit of some that are still in navigation, that haven't moved and are just now realizing, oh, whoa, wait, I really need to get further out. And, or I need, you know, I want cryptos or silver to save the day. By the time silver goes up where you can spend it, you may not be able to have anything to buy. So this goes to a little, how should I say, parable to the story. Live your life, get to where you want to be, get it done quickly, because the opportunity may disappear at a blink of an eye, or quite slowly, actually. Over the last 2 years, things have slowly dried up. And what I'm hearing is, you know, when the next event happens, you can pretty much bet that that's going to shut down. That's going to shut down the remaining supply of stuff. There is a article, Ron Paul, I think, on Zero Hedge, was pulled off of Ron Paul's site about being in the crack up boom. And I think I pretty much stated that 18 months ago. By the time we hit summer, 18 months ago, going in when the cornholio thing was on the big hype and ramp up, we started seeing it. So hesitate no more, my friends. Make your dreams come true while the availability of supplies, the availability. Oh, and on the solar end of things. Oh my goodness, I've helped a few people. I've done a few projects with some folks. A couple of local folks. I've gotten down to where I'm basically, normally I try and educate more. I've been steering people towards the videos so that they can learn there, because they don't have time to sit down and think about it for weeks and months until they can build up enough of the gumption to actually go out and do it. I've been doing direct here. Look, go out, buy this, buy that, buy this, buy this. Just go get this equipment as fast as you can. And let's see, we've done that with our friend in California. We've done that with a friend who's in, I think, Ohio. I think he's in Ohio. Young fellow that some of you might remember from almost 3 years ago, and he's headed to Tennessee, and a couple local folks. And what I'm getting is, well, we went and looked at the link where you showed us that they had the charge controllers, and it said there were 5 available. Then it said it was 3 available, and then it said there's 1 available. And I said, yeah, you better get them. Your availability is drying up. So my suspicions are, yes, things are likely not to explode the way we have been expecting and looking for. Hey there, little girl. Hey, Mittens. What are you doing, sweetie? And this thing could drag on, and you could be holding that precious metals or those cryptos because you've been taught to hodl, and then all of a sudden when it blows and you got your 100,000, oh, it was supposed to be $100,000 Bitcoin party before Christmas. That didn't happen. Oh, and we're supposed to have $600 silver before Christmas. That didn't happen. And look where we're at. And look at the availability of the things that you're going to want to have when it really shuts down. So today's video day, my friends. I guess a long chat. Yeah, it's my little girl. That's my little girl. And what do you think, Mittens? What are you trying to cover? You're a goof. We had a sinkhole over here. Why was she trying to cover this? I got to put some dirt in there. She's over here trying to fill it in. And that's it. That's it, my friends. We get so hung up in waiting for events that it paralyzes us, and it doesn't get it. You gonna look in there too? It's gonna paralyze us, and we don't actually take the action steps that we need to take. So, moral of my walk and talk this morning, my friends, go watch the video on that on my other channel, because it's going to be about manifesting and making the things that you want and doing it fun, and get it done, because you sit around watching YouTube videos, as I know some of my wonderful friends do entirely too much, you don't get nothing done. You get paralyzed. You got to be out here working. You got to be out here making, doing, building, and we're going to have some fun in there soon. You got to be doing this, and as Mr. Snippy likes to say, lick your ice cream on these high ends of things, because by the time you got the 10 scoops on your ice cream, you got your 10 scoop ice cream cone, you may not be able to take a lick of it, so to speak, if you understand. Anyway, folks, I'm going to put this up for you today. Just wanted to check in, tell you that, as much as we want things to end, or at least some of us do, some of us are going, oh, no, let's just keep accumulating. Well, you better accumulate tools and things that you need, and this and that, and a couple of these. Oh, where you going? Accumulate those things before it's too late. Bring on the rain. Need to wash that stuff in. Y'all take care. Love y'all. Y'all be good. And what you got there, Mittens? What's in that hole? I gotta fill it in before somebody steps in it. What's that in there? Y'all take care. Bye-bye.